You're staring at me like you're glazed over. All right, I know, 8 o'clock in the morning to have to do endocrine. It's painful. So the students, they're married, they're not married, they're 20, they're 30. I've had students in their 60s.
Is there the cafeteria's closed?
Job change, careers, divorces, all kinds of things happen. And it's just a different path.
I didn't know it was closed. I'm so hungry. Yeah, patient vent care system and the 2 meters.
We all feel it. The middle class is shrinking. 30 years ago, you could easily find a good middle-class job, even without a degree. Fields that were once stable, like manufacturing, transportation, construction, they're just not what they used to be.
Wait a minute, so hold on. Wait a minute, what do we do here? I'm going to take it all off.
So how do we secure a place in the new economy?
Are you good on this? You don't need to practice this? How do you set these wires up?
This is Joriel Miller. Her friends call her JoJo. She and her classmates think they found the answer. They're working on career do-overs, and they're all betting on healthcare.
And I did it without that on, though.
How do you do the flow calculation? How do you
need that sensor on?
Yeah.
JoJo has a college degree in film. But when she moved to New Jersey, it didn't help her find a well-paying job. A job in a field where she could grow.
I said, okay, well, we're getting older, and it's not happening the same for me up here, and we still got to make a living. So I'm going to go back into a field that's really growing, that I can really feel like I can be helpful in. Melissa and Keith, wait for me!
So JoJo bets that 2 years at Brookdale Community College will land her a job as a respiratory therapist.
Based on the above information, the respiratory therapist should recommend which of the following?
We are the Batman of their healthcare system.
Well, I know the question is that
The respiratory therapist sometimes gets lost in the mix because we're often sometimes seen as a nurse. We're just another nurse. However, when things hit the fan and when someone stops breathing, when they go into cardiac arrest, we're one of the first people there.
I just want to know, guys, you guys think you guys okay to do final, or you guys want to review before? I want to do one.
It's a stable career because there's always going to be sick people, especially now with the baby boomers who always smoked, who had COPD, all the way up to the kids who have asthma and everything else. There's always going to be someone we can help.
Today was a great day in clinical. I got to assist on an intubation. So basically how it works is we'll learn it in lecture and class, then we're allowed to go to the hospital on our clinical rounds that we do every week. It's very nerve-wracking. When you're dealing with the vent, and we run the vent is that person's life. It is that person's lungs right now.
Economists at the Labor Department say that by 2022, a quarter of consumer spending will go towards just taking care of our health and well-being.
So that's what's going to help you as a nurse, that intuition and the trusting in that what you're feeling and what you're knowing is the right thing.
And always trust the mother's instincts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Definitely.
Nurses may be the biggest winners in this equation. Their job has grown so technically advanced, so crucial to the teamwork approach to medicine, that nurses now average $63,000 per year.
I'm going to let you go up and write on the board.
You are?
Yeah.
Anna Marina Ackerson is studying to become a midwife. They're advanced degree nurses you'll see more often delivering babies. They can make over 6 figures, but to get there, she'll need a lot more schooling after Brookdale. Same goes for most of her fellow students.
And it's hard when you second guess yourself, like, oh, I don't know. I mean, and sometimes that even happens when I think about midwifery, and I'm like, God, do I really want to keep going? It's a lot. It's a lot of schooling.
On the one hand, I think everybody's well aware we have a growth of sort of professional, technical, managerial jobs. So.
Economist David Otter says, ongoing learning, it's the hallmark of most of the jobs that are growing in the American economy.
So they don't simply follow scripted procedures. They require kind of creativity, intuition, hypothesis formation, new ideas, but also expertise.
It's a lot going on when I have the family and I'm working, and it's a lot. We don't see each other. We're like passing each other in the night. You know how we are. We get into bed at night. We're like, "How was your day?"
Who's gonna fall asleep first?
Yeah. My husband is phenomenal. You know, he even took on a second job to support me while I do this.
No, I'm not high-fiving you, but I'll go. No, but I'll go. I ain't high-fiving. Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, say it again.
Nope.
Say it again.
Nope.
That one more time.
He doesn't complain, and when I get down, he says, we're almost done. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. So he's.
So tell me about your semester.
The rough semester for me, personally, you know. So I lost my brother at the end of September. So that was really, really difficult. It's also like a realization that everybody's got their own thing like that going on. Another one of my classmates, her husband got diagnosed with cancer. Another one of my classmates, her husband passed away. And I got actually criticism very early on from someone. You know, she was like, oh, you take on this many clients and you're married and you do this and you do that and like something's gotta give. It's always that mentality.
Is there any patient that you might want to be hypocapnic, that you want to blow off more CO2?
You know, I'm not saying you can have it all sort of thing. It's how far do you want to go to do what you want?
Well, that would be someone who has intracranial pressure. If they have high...
Yeah, I'll go on and get my master's. I want school. I think maybe I'm addicted to school.
No, I have to admit, I was impressed.
Oh,
I was impressed. She did learn something this year.